Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about Assisted Reproductive Technology Regulation Bill 2021. It's important for GS paper 2 and 3. Now what is this assisted reproductive technology? It is the technology to treat infertility. That is, it gives treatment to the fertility and have children. For both men and women, those who are seeking the children, it is one of the method where they can have a child. It removes the eggs from a woman's body and mixes with the sperm to make embryos, and the embryos are then put back into the woman's body. In this in vitro fertilization, the fertilization does not take place inside the body but in the lab. That is the difference in vitro fertilization and the natural fertilization. An in vitro fertilization is common method of assisted reproductive technologies, and surrogacy is also one of the method. This is one of the pick of in vitro fertilization where the ovaries are taken and then the eggs are also extracted and then fertilized outside the body, that is in lab. After few days, the embryos are then again, after fertilization, they are put in back to the embryo. They are transferred back to the embryo. This is the process of in vitro fertilization. And we also have surrogacy, that is also one of the assisted reproductive technology method. We have various methods in assisted reproductive technologies where the reproduction is carried out. In some, the donors sperms are donated. In some, the eggs are donated. In some, the oocytes are donated. So there are various methods to regulate all this, and to regulate all the clinics who are carrying out or working on this bill has been this bill has come. Now what about this bill? What is the specialties and what are the features of this bills? There is a national registry and registration authority here which registers all the clinics and all the medical professionals and maintains the database of all these clinics and medical professionals in this field who are working on it. It is for every state and who are uh, and all for all the authorities who are working for it. This registration is valid only for 5 years. Again, you can renew after 5 years. So in this way, it will regulate ART services. Why this is why this provision is there? It prevents misuse of all these clinics and medical professionals. It also prevents from human trafficking and illegal egg implantation, and who are misusing the women for child or for slavery, illegal trafficking. To carry on ethical practices, this bill has come out with this registration authority. There is also a national board which will set up a minimum few standards for these clinics. That is, it should have a laboratory, diagnostic equipment, and manpower, and which need to have even banks, and how it should be maintained, what are the rules and regulations of it. It is also mentioned in this bill. Now, what are the conditions for the gamete donation and how it should be carried on? So there should be a screening of gamete, that is the gamete donors. That is, gametes are nothing but egg and the sperm. The donor, there should be a screening of those sperm donor and a oocyte donor. It should be collected and stored, and it should also mean it should there should be a bank registered ART bank which does all these things. There should be a there should be a bank which collects semen, that is from the male who are between 21 and 55 years of age, and the female who are donating the oocyte should be 23 and 35 years of age. The female should be married woman and at least should have one child of her own who is minimum at least 3 years of age. The woman should donate only once in her life, not more, and she should not, what is that? She should not extract 7 oocytes from her. So the bank cannot supply this gamete of single donor to more than one couple. So that means there should be a single donor and should be the single couple. That means only a single donor can approach the one couple, not many. So these are the conditions given in this bill. Now, what are the conditions for offering ART services? That is, there should be an agreement between the both donor and the party who is seeking. It should be written format. There should be a written agreement between those donor and taker. The party have to cover an insurance in the favor of oocyte donor, that is the female, if there is any loss or damage or death of the donor in the case of any complications. And a clinic is prohibited from offering a child. That is, they should not give an assurance to the parents that they will give a male or a female child before the child is born. They should not give any guarantee like that. And the bill also requires to check genetic diseases if there are any before the embryo plantation. That is, they should check the genetics of the parents who are donating. Now, what are the punishment if there is any offenders? For the offenders and who are carrying out for illegal human trafficking, and for the agencies who are doing sale of the child, or for sex selection and sale of human embryos or gametes, they have a penalty of 5 to 10 lakhs for the first time. If this continues many times, the person is punishable with 8 to 10, 8 to 12 years of life imprisonment and also fine of 10 to 20 lakhs. That is, obviously, if you do any kind of what is that, mistakes wantedly, knowingly, you should be punished. Otherwise, it will becomes a habit. And the clinic or bank advertising, those who are advertising these kind of sex selective, that is, that I will give India, you know very well that they are fond of a male child. So if they are giving advertisement that I will give, if you want only a male child, I will give only a male child kind of advertisement, they'll also be punishable with 5 to 10 years of life imprisonment and also 10 to 25 lakhs. People should know that men and women are both same. Girl or a boy are equal to each other. Instead, having a girl child is more beneficial because they care the parents more than the boy. I'm not discriminating anyone. I'm just saying. So there is also in the bill provided that no court will take any offense under the bill unless a complaint is made by the national or the state board authorized by the boards. And why there is a need for all this bill, why it should be regulated? To standardize all the protocols, to standardize ART clinics which are running without regulations. That means if there is no regulations, they will misuse. I mean, there is a chances of vulnerability where people will take illegal human trafficking, or they will go for sex, I mean, towards a girl child, wanting a girl child, they will go for all these RT clinics, ART clinics. In this way, there will be a imbalance in the ratio of gender inequality also, and so, and there will be a lot of unethical practices will happen. So to standard, if there is a standardize of all these ART clinics, there will be a proper balance of male and a female and the gender equality also. And to protect the women and children also, the also donor who is donating sh- should be covered, because there are a lot of things which happens during pregnancy. Sometimes we cannot say during pregnancy, lot of complications happens, during which the woman dies. So an insurance should be covered. So to protect the oocyte donor, this bill has come. And multiple embryo implantation need to be regulated, and children born through it should be protected. Sometimes it happens that after the child is born through in vitro fertilization, the parents, the couple, get their own child, so they neglect the child born out of this in vitro fertilization. They do not consider them equally. So the child faces a lot of hardship. So to if there is a regulation, rules and regulation, then everyone will follow strictly, everyone will obey and do the things in a proper manner. And there is a exponential growth in this ART thing. Why? Because the lifestyle changes which are happening in the present generation, people are marrying lately, they are well educated, women are well educated and they are going for a job, so they're marrying lately after settling. So the body changes, and they are marrying late 30s. So the body is unable to, sometimes does not go for a reproductive technology. The reproductive system becomes very weak, which does not favor in having a child. They do not conceive soon, they do not conceive. So as the lifestyles are changing and the healthy habits have changed, there is a exponential growth in ART clinics. And India is also one of the global fertility industry where a lot of people come to have ART clinics. So there is a need to regulate all these things. What are the concerns? There is a discrimination. The bill allows only for the married couples. That means does not allow single men to go for this. They do not allow even live-in relationship couples to have this process, and LGBTQs. So there is a discrimination, and it is also the violation of Article 14, which gives equal right to all. But there is no prohibition on foreign couples who are going for this ARTC method. So there is a discrimination in this bill. And there is a duplicate. Sometimes it happens that due to surrogacy in ART bills, there is a lot of rules and regulation and registrations, resulting in the lack of registration or worse regulations. So we need to check all these things. There need to be a review of all these things. So finally, this is all about the bill. If you like my channel, please share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.